In this video, we're recapping the Plumbers Rally in Austin, and we're going to do it right now. I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber. I've been plumbing over 38 years, and I have every master endorsement in the state of Texas. On this channel, I'm teaching you everything you need to know about plumbing. If you haven't been here before, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. So guys, the Plumbers Rally was last Friday in Austin, June the 14th. And it was really great because there were so many plumbers that showed up. There were about 7,000 plumbers on the south steps, south lawn of the state capitol. And this was really cool because a lot of people were thinking there weren't going to be a lot of plumbers there. But I tell you what, the people that put on the event, hashtag 71K Plum Strong, we knew there were going to be plumbers there. We had been hearing from plumbers from across the state, actually from across the country. So here's the deal. I knew that prior to this, Governor Abbott was going to announce something about the plumbing license. Luckily, I've been talking to his office. Great people down there that are trying to help us do what we need to do. The neat thing about it is Thursday, the day before, at about 3:30 in the afternoon, they announced Governor Abbott would be using his executive order to extend the Texas State Board of Plumbing examiners for 2 more years. So guys, what that does, that gives us an opportunity to fix everything the Sunset Advisory Commission says we need to fix. So guys, before I get into my recap, I want to talk about the people that have organized this. Go to texaslicensedplumbers.com and make sure that you see what's going on, because we've got photos there. We've got a link to my last video there, and actually we'll put another link to it at the end of this video. That way, if you didn't actually see the video of the rally, and guys, it was kind of tough. God took care of us. We had a ton of wind. It was not too hot out there, and I say that, but if you look at my little head, it did get a little red. We had a lot of fun out there. It got hot. It got real hot, but man, it wasn't something we couldn't handle. We're plumbers. We're tough. We made it work. So hashtag 71K Plum Strong. Guys, that's what it's all about. And Mary, I guess, is the one who came up with that. There are 71,000 licenses and endorsements in Texas. Some of us count multiple times. Y'all know I've got all my endorsements, and on my master endorsements, I'm on RMP, med gas, water supply protection, residential fire protection systems. So I count multiple times. But there's about 58,000 plumbers in Texas. I love the hashtag 71K Plum Strong. So that's what it's all about. So go to texaslicensedplumbers.com and make sure that you stay up on it. So let's talk about the people that organize this. And while we do this, it's going to be really cool because we're going to show a lot of video from the rally, because there were a lot of people at the rally and we really got to film some great stuff. And we're going to kind of put that video in through here while I talk about a lot of this. Don't get me wrong, I know you love looking at me, but to look at some of the other plumbers across the state of Texas. And when I say across the state of Texas, let me stop right there. We had plumbers from Washington State. We had plumbers from New York. We had plumbers from Connecticut. We had plumbers from Vegas. We had plumbers from Florida. Guys, this was an event that was really cool to be at. So I want to talk about the people that helped organize this. First of all, we've got Robert Renfro. We've got Mary Prime Conger. We've got William Buddy Huberger. And, you know, these are the people that kind of helped put it together in the beginning, the founders. Now we've got other people that came along in later. We've got Dustin DeWeese. We've got Asa Womack. We've got Bobby Doran. We've got Jeremy Allen Page. We've got Steve Harmon. We've got Adam Smith, my brother from another mother, and me. And how I got involved with this, man, I got asked by Mary and Robert if I would be interested in this. And guys, to help the plumbers in Texas, I'm on board. The administrative people are Emily Conger and Francis Lang. And I tell you what, it was really neat because some of these people I had never met. And some of these people I'd communicated with a lot. Steve Harmon, brother, it was great to meet you. Adam Smith, dude, you are one of the neatest guys. I love the way you are. I love what you do for the plumbing industry. And man, just meeting you and talking to you, man, it was fantastic. So I wanted to say thank you. Francis Lang, I tell you what, You are one of the coolest people in this industry. You understand it. You're a fighter. You're powerful. And I love what you do for this industry. Thank God you're on our side. The neat thing about this is, and Bobby started it off, and I started it off talking about what this was all about. And when I say we started off, don't get me wrong, Mary started off talking. Those of y'all that have seen the rally, you know my video, it's in order. We did it all right. Mary Conger put this together, and she wanted to get up and introduce everybody and kind of talk about what it was all about. And here's my take on this, guys, is look, we know that the governor stepped up, used his executive order to extend the Texas State Board for 2 more years. But, guys, it's not over. We've got issues that we have to fix. And some of us talked, at breakfast. And, look, we don't all agree. And that's cool because we're not always all going to agree. But at the end of the day, we can all reach a consensus that we need to do what's right for the Texas homeowners and the plumbing license in Texas. So my thing here is the fact that we don't all agree makes it even better, because now we can have good conversations about what is going to be the best thing for the industry. Now, I will tell y'all right now, we are trying to get as many people as we can to go to the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners board meeting. It is July the 15th, if I'm not mistaken, and I will double check. But it's July the 15th, and guys, we need as many people there as we can get there. And the reason that I say that is, guys, our problems aren't over. And that's one thing we talked about at breakfast is, yes, we know that there's issues and we don't want to change a lot. But guys, there's things that we need to fix. There's things that we can do to make this system even better. And I have talked to Lisa Hill since the rally. I've actually called the governor's office since the rally. I'm wanting to try to help make things better. And so is Mary Conger. So is Robert Renfro and a lot of other people that were there. Mary started off talking about what the rally was, what it was for, what we were trying to do, what our purpose was, and also to thank the governor. He did good for us. The next speaker was Stanley Briers. Stanley is M1. And, Stanley kind of gave us the history of plumbing, the history of the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, what all's been going on, how we've got from where we started to where we're at. The next speaker was Bobby Doran. Bobby's a great continuing education provider. I've taken classes through his group. I've actually had Bobby as an instructor before. And man, I like Bobby. Bobby really understands plumbing. It was great to hear from him. Even Stanley. I love hearing everybody's thought process, everybody's mindset. Where are they at? Where do we need to be? What do we need to talk about? What do we need to work on? Because we all see this different. So to get this many people together and talk about this was fantastic. The next speaker was Hunter Bodo from PHCC. And Hunter was great. And I really did enjoy listening to Hunter. And I tell you what, I'm not associated with PHCC, but I tell you what, I see the value that they bring. I see the fact of being organized. I'm kind of rebellious, so I'm an unorganized type person. And I know that's kind of crazy because I promise you, I love talking to Alicia Dover here with PHCC. I love talking to Hunter and getting to meet him. Guys, I have nothing against organizations. I believe organizations bring a lot of good things to the table. I just choose not to be organized. Not like that. But I don't mean that bad because I see the benefits of it. And when I say I choose not to, I've just never done it. I see the things that they bring to the table. I see the things they can do to help people. And I see the things that they do behind the scenes that can help people. So getting to listen to him speak was good. Getting to meet him was fantastic. Like I said, I respect PHCC. I understand what they do, and I understand the need for it. So getting to meet him, getting to talk to Alicia, man, it was a great day down there. I thoroughly enjoyed that. The next speaker was Rick Lord. Rick from Local 68, the United Association down in Houston, Texas. I love talking to Rick. You know, Rick's neat because he sees it like I do. It's like, look, we're not all union plumbers. We're not all with associations or not with associations. Guys, we're all plumbers. And at the end of the day, we're trying to do what is best for plumbers. And that's what this was all about. That's what made this whole day wonderful. Getting to listen to Rick talk about what we need to do from here. How do we move forward? What do we need to work on? Look, I really like Rick. I respect him. And I think he brought a lot to the table that day. So it was really good to see him there. Michelle Killebrew was the next speaker. She's an instructor with PHCC. Really did like her. Again, it's another person as an instructor. She brings a different view, and that was great. The next speaker was one of my favorites. And it's really funny because they didn't know if they wanted me to MC it or if they wanted Dustin DeWeese. And Dustin DeWeese is a plumber at Benjamin Franklin here in Dallas. And that's one of my competitors. And I say that lightheartedly. They are a huge company, and I'm not. But you know what? They're great people. And you know, for me to mention a competitor, you know what? It doesn't bother me. They're good people. But here's the thing. Dustin has got a heart of gold. And he really cares about plumbing and what's going on with the plumbing license. And the neat thing about listening to him talk, he said, look, I get up every day and get in a truck and go to work. And I do a job. And it was wonderful listening to him. I am glad that I got to MC it. But I tell you what, after listening to him speak, he would have done an amazing job. Dustin is fantastic. He loves this trade. He cares for it. So I tell you what, I got really emotional listening to him speak because I'm like him. It's like, guys, look, at the end of the day, I'm a plumber. That's what I am. I may call myself the expert plumber because I won a contest, but I tell you what, at the end of the day, I'm a plumber, and listening to him speak, man, he connected with everybody there. So Dustin, brother, amazing job. I appreciate what you did. The next two speakers were Greg Contreras and Paul Ward. And I've never met them before. They are both in the building industry. They're both, if I'm not mistaken, up in the Dallas area. Greg Contreras, I believe, has been on the board before. Paul Ward is on the Builders Association. You know, meeting both these guys was really neat. They're both very nice men. Thoroughly enjoyed talking to them. But they, again, guys, go back and watch this video because they bring a different view than most of us do. And going back and listening to them and what they brought, it makes us all look at it different. And this goes back to a conversation I had with Mary Conger. Mary, we may not believe in everything everybody's doing, but if we take time to look at it, it will help us make a better decision. And I love Mary because she is so focused on doing what's right for the plumber. And this is plumbers fighting for plumbers, and that's what it's all about. So, man, it's been very good going through this and learning and doing all the different things that we've got to do. Next speaker is really, man, he's a friend. And it's really funny because I met him the first time that I went down to speak and listen to the Sunset Advisory Commission's hearings. So the first time I went to the Capitol to speak, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe we were in the same group of 4 to actually go get to talk, but Asa Womack. And this is another guy that, man, it's all about the heart. He believes in plumbers. He believes in the license. He believes in what he's doing. And I got to meet Asa's dad at the rally. Great guy. They've got a company, again, DNA Plumbing, right here just north of me. And, man, I love these people and what they're about. They want to do the right thing. And to me, that's huge. And to see plumbers give up a day at the office, to give up their time, and I mean, some of us have given up several days to be at all the different hearings for the Sunset Advisory Commission or the House or the Senate or the committees. So, guys, a lot of us have spent a lot of time in Austin before this rally even came about. So I love the fact that we're a lot of us getting down there and fighting for what we believe in. The next speaker I also got to meet down in Austin at the Capitol. John Mata is with IAPMO. Most of you have heard me recommend the UPC study guide. I really do like it. Guys, here's the thing. All these people get down and talk about what's best about the plumbing license from their point of view, and that's what makes it really great, because we all see it different. And to get down there and do it like this, man, it's been fantastic. To meet the people that we've got to meet, it's been wonderful. The next speaker, another good friend of mine, Robert Renfro. And it's really funny because if y'all don't know, I mean, y'all see me here on YouTube. You see me put stuff on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. If you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, man, what's the problem? Roger Wakefield on LinkedIn, find me and hook me up. So my next guy that I really want to talk to you about, he's one of the originators of the group, the founders, Robert Renfro. And y'all seen him. I've had him in here. He stood right here next to me. We've talked about this rally. We've talked about getting ready to go down there for it. And before I go any further, I want to say thank you for listening. Guys, there was no mess to clean up. Pretty much when we finished, the plumbers, when we walked away, everybody took their mess with them. It was so cool because I saw a guy post something and he's holding up a bag about this big and he says, "This is everything I found on the entire lawn after the plumbers left." So guys, we did a great job. Robert Renfro, brother, you are great at what you do. I love the way you engage with your people on Facebook, and I love the fact that you are trying to help do what's right for the plumbers. I want to reach out to you and say personally, thank you very much. Listening to you speak and speak from the heart was really great. And guys, it's going to take a lot of plumbers all coming together and getting up and speaking from the heart, whether it's at rallies, whether it's at board meetings, whether it's at meetup groups, whatever it is. Guys, we have to talk and protect our license. It's that big. The next speaker is another one that's very personal to me, Miss Diane Villarreal. And Diane is an instructor here at AACES. And man, Diane is probably one of the smartest women I know, smartest people I know when it comes to plumbing. Let me correct that. Diane knows what's going on. She's really good at what she does, and she cares about this industry. It's neat because I actually got to have Diane on my old radio show. I got to have her come in here, and then I got to listen to her speak in Austin. And I really do respect you, Diane. I respect what you bring to the industry, the way you do it. You're always professional, and you always look at the industry as in how you can give back to it. So I wanted to say thank you very much. The last speaker before I got to speak was Mr. Adam Smith. And I tell you what, I got to talk to Adam before I ever went down. And, Adam comes from a Pentecostal preacher type family. And, man, meeting him and talking to him, guys, this guy loves what he does. And he loves it with all his heart. And he gives 150% every time he walks in. And I'm telling y'all, I know that he's a CE instructor, and I won't hold that against him. I used to be a CE instructor, and I tell you what, from watching him this day and listening to him talk about our industry, what we need to do, what we need to go to, what we need to move to be where we want to be, man, this guy was phenomenal. And I'm telling y'all, make sure you go back to the video and watch Adam Smith because he was fantastic. So guys, the last speaker was me. And let me tell you what, this was an amazing day. Number one, I got to MC one of the coolest events I could have ever gone to in my life. But when it got down to me, here's what I wanted to talk about. It's not over. Governor Abbott gave us a 2-year extension on the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners. And since then, I've actually got to talk to Lisa. I've actually called the governor's office. I've actually contacted my senator and representative. And I want to say thank you to Angie Chim Button, my representative, because I literally got a phone call from her on my cell phone to let me know she would be voting for the plumbers for the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, not to move us under TDLR. You know, I've done videos with Brian Francis from TDLR, the executive director, and I think he's a great guy. I'm just glad that the plumbers did not move over under him. And I don't mean that bad, and I don't mean under him, I mean under TDLR. And my thought process behind that is this. Plumbers protect the health of the nation. The Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners was started in 1947 to protect the health of the Texas homeowners, not just to be a licensing agency. And I go back to what Brian said the first time I heard him speak at the Sunset Advisory Commission hearing. He is the Walmart of licensing. Guys, electricians, HVAC people, massage therapists, cosmetologists, barbers, they all have licenses. Plumbers protect the health of the nation. A plumber is not just a license. A plumber is someone who actually protects the health and the safety of people. That's part of what my speech was about. And that's something that I want y'all to all understand. So here's what I'm going to tell you. It's not over. We all need to go to the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners board meetings. You all need to take the time to put those events in your calendar and prepare to be there. Get ready for it. I hate to say I haven't gone to them, but I'm going to start. So guys, what I want y'all to do is, number one, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about this video. What do you think about the rally, and what do you think about the Texas plumbing license? If you hadn't shared this video yet with other plumbers, please share it with them. Let them hear what's going on, because we need to get the word out there. Literally 2 days before I went to Austin, a friend of mine, a plumber, called me and says, man, what's going on with this license thing? Guys, we all need to know. So what I'm going to do is ask y'all to, number one, please get involved. Please go to the website. Please stay informed as to what's up. And please watch these videos and leave comments and let us know what you think. I'm going to be talking to Lisa Hill again. I'm going to be talking to the governor's office. I'm going to be talking to my senator and representative. And I'm going to be talking to Mary Conger and this group, hashtag 71K Plum Strong. Guys, we're trying to make things better. But like I said earlier, the more we hear from you, the more we know what you think's better, and we can try to make it better for everybody. So guys, if I didn't see you in Austin, I'm sorry. If I did, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming up and shaking my hand. Thank you for coming up and saying hello. You know, at the end of the deal, we stood around, I think I stood around for about 45 minutes, shaking hands, taking pictures, getting introduced to families, and getting to say hello to plumbers. Guys, nothing in the world could have made that day better. So thank you all. Please stay informed. Please get involved. And please talk to us to let your voice be heard. My name's Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the Expert Plumber, and I'll see you on the next video if we don't get flushed.